Eternal God, our Father in heaven. God, we come again with thanksgiving in our heart. You said in your own word, in all things, we are to give thanks. And even during this coronavirus pandemic era, there's so much to thank you for.
It is.
God, you've been good to us. And we want to pause to tell you thanks. God, we pray that you will forgive us for our sins. Cleanse us from all of our unrighteousness. And restore us back unto thy fellowship. Oh God, we pray for those who are putting themselves in harm's way.
Yes, Lord.
Doctors and nurses and others, to make it possible for us to try to have a healthy and safe life.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, we know that some have been stricken with the virus, but God, we know that even in the midst of it all, you are still God. And we pray, Lord, that you will just continue to bless us. Continue to help us to appreciate the sunshine, appreciate the rain, because it all comes from you. God, we pray that you would manifest yourself in this live stream. We pray that you will receive all of the honor and all of the glory. Thank you for the praise team who have taken the time to come to be a part of this streaming too. God, we love you, we glorify you, and we magnify your holy name. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Amen. Now we will have a song by the praise team.
My hallelujah belongs to you. 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 You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. My hallelujah
wretch like me. I was alone, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. Through many dangers, Lord, and snares, I've already come. Grace has brought us thus far, and grace will lead me on. Let us look up all together. We sing this prayer on hymn number 24. And I'm going to read verses 30 through 32. Luke chapter 24, verses 30 through 32. Reading from the King James Version of the Bible, you will find these words. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave to them. And their eyes were open, and they knew him. And he vanished out of their sight. And they said one to another, did not our heart burn within us, while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the Scripture? Thus in the reading of the Scripture, we pray that God will bless the hearers and the readers thereof, that he will sanctify his word in our heart for the edification of our soul. Looking back at verse 32. And they said one to another, did not our heart burn within us, while he taught esophagus due to acid in the stomach. Now, most of you may be like me, and that is know very little about the human body. But for the record's sake, doing my research, I found out that the esophagus is a tube in animals through which food passes from the mouth to the stomach. The food that we eat has to get to the stomach somewhere. And that way it passes through the esophagus. And I believe that I can go on record as saying we eat some of everything. Amen.
All right.
If it's put before us, some of us will try it. Pickled pig feet, hot chili, lasagna, hot tamales, hot pepper, and the list could go on and on and on. If it's put before us, some of us will try it, knowing that we don't need it, but we'll try it anyway and worry about the result later. And the results are, we oftentimes suffer from heartburn as a result of the food that we eat. Some of us, I'm not talking about you all, I'm talking about some of us. Some of us have our plates loaded down with acid and spicy foods, and our pockets and purses loaded down with Toms and Rolaids. Amen. And they have even come up with a tablet now that you can take before you eat the acid and spicy food that will eliminate the heartburn. At least they say it will. Just how effective this tablet is, I don't know. But it's been advertised for a while now. Now, we have looked at the heartburn that is caused by some of the foods that we eat. But I stopped by to tell you today that there are a few more things that will cause your heart to burn also. All right. And I would like to refer to this heartburn as a spiritual heartburn. And this is seen in the biblical text that was read in our hearing today. The text for today is taken from the gospel as recorded by St. Luke. And for your information, the only other gospel writer who recorded this incident was Mark, in Mark 16, verses 12 to 13. Now, the context from which this text is taken out of is centered around the story of two followers of Jesus who were called disciples. And that's okay, because a disciple is nothing but a follower of Jesus Christ, or a Lord. So these two disciples, who were not numbered among the 12 that had been chosen by Jesus for special ministry, were walking from Jerusalem back toward small village called Emmaus when they were joined by a man who was a total stranger to them. The Bible says their eyes were holy, which is to say they didn't recognize him because God kept them from doing so. The Bible says they talked to each other about all the things that happened there in Jerusalem. And beloved, for the record's sake, they were talking about how Jesus had been crucified on the cross of Calvary. They were talking about how they had hope and trust that he would be the one who would redeem Israel. But the highlight of their conversation was the report of those persons who said, upon returning to the grave, they found not the body of Jesus.
All right.
And to make things even worse, they were even saying that he was alive. This is what that conversation was all about, because it was the talk of the time. Beloved, these two disciples were so focused on their disappointment, on their problem, that they didn't even recognize that it was Jesus walking beside them. And you know, the same is true with us today. Sometimes we are not able to see Jesus walking with us in the midst of our disappointment, in the midst of our problem, because we are too busy focusing on our disappointment, focusing on our problem, rather than focusing on Jesus. These two disciples were talking about a lost hope and failed to realize that they had the living hope walking right beside them. As they were talking one with the other. The Bible said that Jesus said to them, like if he didn't already know. But Jesus asked them the question, what manner of conversation are these that ye have one to another as ye walk and say? Now, this is a two-part question. Simply speaking, Jesus asked them two things. Number one, what are you talking about as you walk along the way? Number two, why are you so sad? And after they had explained to Jesus what that conversation was all about, the Bible said that he spoke to them saying, "O fool, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory?" And beginning at Moses and all of the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. Now, we know the story of how Jesus pretended to go after they had reached the village of Emmaus. But they insisted that he stay with them.
All right.
Because the day was almost gone. And Jesus stayed with them. The Bible says, and it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed and brake and gave to them. It was then that their eyes were opened.
Yes.
And they knew him. And he vanished out of their sight. And they said one to another, did not our heart boom within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scripture? So my brothers and sisters, we see from the text that you can get a spiritual heart boom just from talking with Jesus. For you, by the way, maybe by your bedside, when you get ready to go to bed at night. For others, it may be at their workstation. Yet for others, it may be while they are driving up and down the dangerous highway. But at some point in time, we ought to get a spiritual hard mode from talking with Jesus. The songwriter said, just a little talk with Jesus will make everything all right. Another thing that we see here in the text is the Word of God will call you to have a spiritual heart mode. Anytime we read God's divine word, or hear it being read by another, it ought to cause our heart to boom. It ought to cause our heart to boom with the desire to let that same mind that was in Christ be in us also. It ought to cause our heart to boom with the desire to forgive those who despitefully use us. Remember that God forgave us and still forgiving us as we despitefully use him. Yes, my brothers and sisters, the Word of God will give you a spiritual heart book deep down on the inside. If you don't believe that, we'll just ask the prophet Jeremiah. Jeremiah was one of God's prophets who got so discouraged with his prophesying that he said, I'm going home. I'm going to close up my Bible. And I'm not going to speak out in his name anymore. See, people made fun of Jeremiah. Made fun of his prophesying, made fun of his preaching. Jeremiah got discouraged. He said, I'm going home. They don't want to hear me no way. I'm going to close up my Bible and I'm going home and I'm not going to speak out in his name anymore. But Jeremiah said the word was like fire. Shut up in my bones. And I couldn't forbear. And we know from experience that fire booms. So what Jeremiah was really saying was, I have a spiritual heart boom. Deep down on the inside of me. That just won't allow me to keep God's word to myself. I got to tell somebody about it. Yes. The disciples on the road to Emmaus said, did not our heart born within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he about the Word of God.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you know it or not, but there's something about the Word of God that will cause our heart to burn deep down on the inside.
Yes, Lord.
And that will cause us to have a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
You might remember when the Apostle Paul preached the word to King Agrippa. And after he had heard the word, after he had heard the word, King Agrippa said to Paul, Paul, thou almost persuaded me to be a Christian. When he was saying that word caused a burning deep down on the inside.
Yes, Lord.
And it almost caused me to be persuaded to become a Christian.
Yeah.
Yes, my brothers and sisters, likewise, that word caused something to come alive in the disciples on the road to Emmaus.
Yeah.
It caused a burning deep down in their heart. Who said, did not our heart burn?
Yeah.
As we walked by the way, as he talked to us, and as he opened up the scripture to us.
Yes, Lord.
But I stopped by to tell you today the truth of the matter is Jesus was crucified. One Friday evening on a hill called Calvary.
Yeah.
See, science can go on looking for evidence of his resurrection all they want to. But I have the record right here in my hand.
Yeah.
And if you search the record will show that he got up out of the grave early that Sunday morning with all power in his hand.
Yes, Lord.
And I want you to know that when he got up, we got up with him.
Yeah.
And we ought to have a spiritual heartburn
Yes, Lord.
to run on to see what the end going to be. Oh, church, come what may, hold on to your faith in God.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going through some difficult times right now. But hold on to your faith in God.
Yeah.
Hold on to God, unchanging hand. But I want you to know that if you're going to hold on to God, unchanging hand, you must have that fire and Holy Ghost
Yes.
deep down on the inside. And I'm talking about that fire that will make you love those who seem to be unlovable. You know, sometimes we see some people, we say, I just can't love them.
Yes.
They seem to be unlovable. But if you got that fire deep down on the inside, it'll make you love those who seem to be unlovable.
Yes.
I'm talking about that fire that will make you love those who despitefully use you.
Yes.
I'm talking about that fire that will make you go when you don't feel like going. Sometimes when you're working for the Lord,
Yes.
sometimes we get physically tired. Sometimes we just don't feel like going. But when you got that fire and the Holy Ghost deep down on the inside, it'll make you go when you really don't feel like going. I'm talking about that fire that will put a new song in your heart. That will put clapping praises on your lips and clapping in your hand. I'm talking about that fire that will make you lift up holy hands. The songwriter said, if I can't say a word, I would just lift my hand in praise. And every now and then we ought to just lift our hand in praise. We ought to be like the son of David when he said, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. We ought to be like the son of David who said, I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Well, David, how often are you going to bless him? Well, when I go to bed at night, I'm going to bless the Lord. So blessed be to have a good day. When I get out of my bed and in the morning, I'm going to bless the Lord. But blessed be to have a good night's sleep. But blessed be that I didn't have to sleep under a bridge last night. But blessed be that I have a roof over my head. I'm going to bless the Lord at all times. I'm going to bless him because he took upon himself the sin of the whole world. He died the death of a sinner, that you and I may have a right to the tree of life. Come what may, I'm going to hold on to God unchanging hand. Yes, sometimes the hill may seem hard to climb, but I'm going to hold on to God unchanging hand. Sometimes the valleys may get low, but I'm going to hold on to God unchanging hand. Because I heard the Bible say that though 1,000 may fall by your side, it won't come near you. Because God is our protector. Hold on to God unchanging hand, and he will make everything all right. Hold on to God unchanging hand. A spiritual heartburn. The word of God ought to cause our heart to boom. Deep down on the inside. If you got Jesus on the inside, you can't control him. If you got Jesus, you got the Holy Spirit. If you got Jesus, you got God, because you cannot separate them. They are one. But they said, did not our heart boom? As he talked to us by the way. As he opened up to us the scripture. Jesus is alive. He's the way of today. Yes, we're going through some difficult times. I've never seen any time like this. But I know the Lord. He said, those who endure to the end shall be saved. My hope is in Jesus Christ. My trust is in Jesus Christ. I pray for those who have had loved ones to fall by the wayside because of this coronavirus. I pray for those who are putting themselves in harm's way. When we think about it, just like Jesus put himself in harm's way, he took upon himself our sin. It kind of seems like they are doing the same thing. They are putting themselves in harm's way that we might live. And we ought to thank God for those individuals. When I hear and I read about people who have not seen their children in weeks, it cannot help but to make your heart feel sad. Because you have the opportunity to see yours day after day. When we hear about them not having enough protective wear to protect themselves from this virus, yet they continue to go on anyway, we have to thank God for it. And we ought to lift them up to the Lord in prayer. But the Bible says the prayers of a righteous man availeth much. We need to pray for them. Pray for our president. Pray for our leaders, our congressmen, our church. We need to pray. God is in control. Regardless of whatever the situation is, I know that God is still in control. Yes, God allows things to happen sometimes, but he's still in control. If you're here today, or you're watching this live stream, wherever you are, if you don't know Jesus, get to know him. Because one day, he's coming back again. He said, if I go away and prepare a place for you, one day I will come back. I'm coming back for my church. And I'm just proud today that I'm a part of his church. Been washed in the blood of the Lamb. When he comes, I'll be ready to go back with him. If it just so happens to be during this coronavirus pandemic, don't worry about it. I'm ready to go back. Because I know that my soul is anchored in the Lord. As the praise team sings, you're here, you're there wherever you are. If you don't know Jesus, you're actively coming to your life today. You've tried or will try some of everything. But I dare you to try Jesus and see what he make a difference in your life. Come on, praise team. Wherever you are. Let us all sing together. Go and be God, and walk in the power of